Welcome to another business finance short problem solving lecture. We will now have a look at study problem 12-4 in page 412 from the 8th edition of our textbook. Here is a view of the problem. Let's go ahead and highlight some key facts provided in the problem. Footwear Incorporated manufactures a line of men's and women's dress shoes, and the average selling price of its finished product is $85 per pair. The variable cost for this same pair of shoes is $58, and we also know that fixed costs total $170,000. Now in part A, we are to calculate the break-even point in quantity, break-even point in pairs of shoes as a quantity. So we simply apply the formula, the break-even quantity formula, which is equal to fixed costs, overall fixed cost divided by the unit selling price, the unit price minus the unit variable cost. Obviously, fixed costs are $170,000 in total. The unit selling price of shoes is, a pair of shoes is 58. Oh, sorry for that. It would be $85, I believe. Yes, $85, and then the variable cost per pair of shoes is $58. So that would equal $170,000 divided by 85 minus 58 is $27. And now cranking through the algebra, we get 6,296 pairs of shoes as a break-even point for the company. So the company would make zero profit if selling this many shoes. Now in the second part, part B of our problem, we need to find a sales volume that will break even the company again. So that's an alternative way to approach the problem. So the break-even sales is equal to fixed costs in dollar terms divided by 1 minus variable cost over sales price in units price. So again, fixed costs are $170,000. 1 minus, so per unit variable cost is again $58, and the per unit price of a pair of shoes is, in average at least, $85 per unit. And doing the algebra, so $170,000 divided by I believe if you find the common denominator here, you will get this, all divided by $85, and finally our result comes out as $534,591.19 as a break-even sales amount. So with this amount of sales, our company is assured to break even. Now, last part of the problem, we have three different scenarios, and based on these three different sales figures, what would be the profitability of our firm? For that, let's create a table. So we are going to reproduce an income statement from beginning to the end, and as a result we will see if the company is profitable and what is the profit amount in three different scenarios. So recall our income statement should look like this. So we should start with sales. We would deduct variable cost, and this will give us sales before fixed cost. Then we will deduct further the fixed costs, and then we should be able to find our earnings before interest and taxes as a profitability measurement. Okay, so we have, as I mentioned earlier, we have three different scenarios. Here we are selling 7,000 actually, so let's make the following thing. So this is the quantity of pairs of shoes sold. So we have three cases, either 7,000 or 9,000, or finally 15,000 units sold. So when 7,000 pairs of shoes are sold, the sales price is $85 per share per pair. So therefore, total sales figure will be $595,000. Variable costs, recall that is $58 per unit. Multiplying it with the 7,000 units of sale, we would come across $406,000. So the difference will give us the sales before fixed costs, and it's quite easy to realize that this is equal to $189,000, and the difference between 595 minus 406 would be that. And fixed costs, as the name suggests, is fixed. So this difference now will give us our profits level of $19,000. Now let's repeat this calculation for 9,000 and 15,000 units of sale. When we sell 9,000 units, each at $85, our total sales figure rise to $765,000. Our variable cost again is $58 per unit times 9,000 units. It's equal to $522,000. The difference would be basically $243,000. This is sales before fixed cost. Fixed cost is $170,000. It did not change, and overall profits as a result will be $73,000. Now finally, with 15,000 pairs of shoes sold at $85 per pair, the total sales figure would be $1,275,000 US. Variable cost again is $870,000, is $405,000, and fixed cost, as the name again suggests, it's fixed, and therefore our profit level is $235,000 US. And that actually solves our problem for 3 separate levels of quantity sales. So that's part C of our problem. One key observation that I would like to make before I conclude is that to observe the degree of operating leverage. The degree of operating leverage, recall, is relating our sales before fixed costs to earnings before interest and taxes. So this ratio here is almost 10. Here that ratio falls to basically 3, and now it's even now lower than 2. So degree of operating leverage is close to 10 here. Here it is basically roughly 3, and here it falls below 2. So you can see the degree of operating leverage decreases as sales figure increases. So this is kind of like an important observation to make. So this concludes our solution, and I hope you enjoyed this video.